What's up, guys? No Life here. Just played some games in the new season, and there's definitely some really good parts about it. I really liking the new map, but there's one glaring issue that is really beyond bad right now, and I feel like many of you may know what I'm about to say. It's, of course, the big four of Rumble at the moment. The primary issues being Nagant, Tech Shiggy, Armored Might, and One For All Deku. These characters are all still obscenely strong, as the only change One For All got is a insignificant one. This now costs both ammo. This means almost nothing. This character is the exact same. Like, literally almost nothing changed. Regarding the other problems, Armored All Might. You may think he was going to get a burn damage increase, or decrease. Nope. His burn damage is still the same. Look at that. He's getting chunked. Still the same burn damage. You know what the only change they gave to him? 350 instead of 400. They pulled a Monoma and they cut his HP. But he's still far and away too strong. Tech Shiggy. The change where I mentioned his alpha rolling,
won't do anything.
This isn't even in the game. That didn't even happen. And yet, Tech Shiggy was also left completely alone in this update. He received absolutely zero changes. This hitbox still exists, and we're still fucked. He still has the immortal build. We're still fucked. And then, of course, Nagant. Nagant being one of the most egregious examples.
Accuracy
Her
increased.
snipe shot still does way too much damage.
Accuracy increased. Shoot. Accuracy
But fun
increased.
fact, actually, there's another glitch with her. You know, not only did they not fix this issue, for some reason, they also have a new
Accuracy
glitch.
increased.
If you aim on somebody's face,
Accuracy increased. Accuracy increased.
okay, aim on their face like this.
Accuracy increased.
Yeah,
Accuracy increased.
quick scoping is bugged.
Accuracy increased.
Look at where that snipe went.
Accuracy
Here,
increased.
let me aim at his face.
Accuracy increased.
Look at where that snipe went. It went towards Cementos.
Accuracy increased.
So if you simply aim at him, descope,
Accuracy increased.
headshot. Not even close. This is a new bug. This also affects quick scoping in general, but this does apply.
Accuracy increased. Accuracy increased.
Look at this.
Accuracy increased.
They bugged the fuck out of quick scope. I don't know what they did to it, but they bugged it. Also, many of you may be wondering, did they make the change with air melee special action?
Accuracy increased.
Nope. The only change they made with it is that special action is giga bugged, but it still exists. So you guys may be wondering why I'm bringing all this up right now, and why, you know, because I just made a video talking about these subjects and, you know, the changes and, you know, giving the devs some praise for it. But it has recently come to my attention that the devs have zero plans to fix any of these issues in the entirety of this season. They recently posted a dev letter, and in the wording of it, they mentioned these issues, but they mentioned that they were specifically going to be fixed at a later season. So, all of these changes that they showcased to us, Nagant's air melee,
Accuracy increased.
quick scope thing, Armored Might's increase in burn damage, Tech Shiggy's alpha nerf, all of this is not coming during this season whatsoever. It's coming at the start of next season. I need the community to rise up and let the developers know that this is not okay. The glaring issue with this season as a whole are these primary four characters. They've released Tokoyami in a very good state. I'm very happy with where he is now. If anything, he's underpowered. But I wouldn't even say that. He's just going to take some getting used to. He's definitely strong, but not absurd. I wouldn't even put him in the top 15 currently, not even in the top 20. And from what I've seen with the other two skill sets, I'd agree. The balance this season for the new releases is impeccable. So why do they refuse to fix the issues with the rest of the cast?
I'm not playing around.
Armored Might is still top 2 by a long shot. Nagant is still the best character we've ever had in this game's history. One for All Deku, despite having 2 entire seasons of dominance, remains completely and entirely unchanged of any significant nerfs. He lost melee loops, which you might think is significant until you realize he didn't actually lose them, he could still do them. And the only other change he's ever gotten was quintuple taking both ammo, which I hope I've explained why that's not a huge issue. Because quintuple was the one part of his kit that wasn't even a problem to begin with. So the rest of his kit is still obscenely broken. So Armored Might received a micro nerf at the start of this season and will be left alone for the entire rest of it. His burn damage will be left there alone. And the existence of Armored Might, the existence of Tech Shiggy, the existence of Nagant, and the existence of One for All Deku, all 4 of these characters in particular, are killing this game at a high level. And this tournament that is coming up is going to be one of the worst tournaments we've ever seen. It is going to be, I'm going to tell you right now exactly how this tournament is going to go. Almost every single team is going to be Nagant, Armored All Might, and then either Tech Shiki or One for All Deku, with maybe a Tech Lemillion somewhere in there. That is all it's going to be. And that's all we're going to run into. The only other comps that we might see that might be viable would be Tech Shiki bunker strategies. These characters dominate the game way too much, and it makes the game borderline unplayable for most of the cast. And many players that I have talked to also very much so agree with this sentiment. Very much so agree that Armored Might and Nagant continuing to be left alone like this is very bad for the game's health, and especially considering we have a tournament coming up, this does need to be addressed, and we can't let the devs just sit here and not make these changes this season. Because think about it, the changes that they're suggesting aren't even significant on their own. Nagant losing this, like this combo right here,
Accuracy increased.
yeah, maybe if my snipe shot would work.
Accuracy increased.
Nagant losing that combo doesn't matter because she still has this.
Accuracy increased.
Oh yeah, nice quickscope glitch.
Sniped. Accuracy increased.
She still has that. She still has this. She still has
In range.
one of the best alphas in the game. Absurd mobility. Still has all of that. Armored Might. HP nerf. It did not matter. It did not matter whatsoever.
I'm not playing around.
He still has movement that should not be allowed.
Full power.
Yeah. Still has a ranged grab that does way too much damage. Still has a combo break. Ranged alpha spam. And I'm bringing this up. I'm making such a big deal out of this because again, according to the recent dev letter and according to the way the devs have been talking recently, they have no plans to make these changes in the near future. They're planning them for next season. 2 more months of all 3 of these characters. And the worst part is, I think the game would be in a super healthy spot if these 4 got nerfed. If all 4 of these characters got significantly nerfed into the ground, this game would be so much more fun the day that happened. Because then the next meta character in line, Shoto got nerfed, you know, Red Kendo, you know, a lot of the characters that were up next in line have been significantly nerfed, which would leave basically Tech Mirio, Monoma, Aizawa maybe. The meta would be very, very healthy, very fun for the game overall, and the state of the game's balance would finally be at a spot where we're not getting insta-killed. But currently, the devs blatantly choosing to ignore the actual problematic issues
Accuracy increased.
is going to be quite costly. And I don't understand why they're doing this.
Accuracy increased.
It feels like a slap in the face to get these changes announced to us, only for them to not happen. So I'm bringing this up to spread awareness about this issue. We need to flood the submitted feedback. We need to make sure they know. They did some good things this season, but overall they did very few nerfs, very few buffs. They kind of just did a few mechanical changes here and there, which are nice,
You're
of
in
course.
my sights.
But the glaring issue is that, like always, the big prominent characters were left untouched. And I'm going to tell you right now, this tournament is going to be on par with Prime Sisterly in terms of how ass this shit's going to be. Prime Hawk's level,
Accuracy
there's going to be
increased.
7 Nagats. They're going to be everywhere.
Accuracy increased.
And there's going to be no other characters that are going to...
Move it.
It's getting to a point where these characters are so far ahead of the rest of the cast that you can't have fun unless you are playing on those characters. So, yeah, these 4 in particular, I need to stress it again, they need nerfed. They need nerfed now. In fact, I would argue an emergency nerf would be warranted. I can't believe the devs are doing this, but it's just... yeah. I'm going to call the video off there. I feel like I'm repeating myself too much, so I'm just going to stop.
You're
Make
in
sure
my
to flood
sights.
their submitted feedback with this information. Get this information out there. Let the community know. We need these changes to happen right now. And I will not stand for this, as these characters make the game borderline unplayable like a lot of the time. Alright. Thank you for watching. Peace.